Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven, and this is AI the Somnium Files. And yes, we are still in our memories about what happens all those years ago, but first we gotta check our environments. If at all possible, of course. A sofa. I really doubt there's gonna be a conversation about anything like this, but let us try it. A wooden shelf. A speaker system. It's the front door. It's a shoebox. A bookshelf. The light is off. You can see the trees and the sky outside. A coffee table. Steam is rising from the tea. Yeah, and just like you would expect, you're not gonna comment about memories. Would be amazing if you could, but alas. So let's talk to Renju. Renju is sitting down. Did you get a birth certificate?
The mob doctor took care of everything. I have the birth certificate, and I even picked up a mother and baby book. It wasn't cheap, but you don't have to worry about it. Just submit the birth certificate, and everything will be taken care of. You look worried.
I feel like I'm somehow betraying Monica. She was the one who gave birth.
Soon, you won't even be able to think about that, because a war is about to begin.
A war?
Between you and the baby. You won't get a good night's sleep for a long time. You might even start to resent Monica for all this.
Really?
Anyway, as soon as you submit the certificate, you will officially be her mother. Be sure to raise her responsibly. I'll help. Occasionally.
Occasionally, huh?
Already digging himself in for not caring a shit about it. Okay, so, what should we name her?
I was thinking about her name. How about Iris?
Iris?
The goddess of rainbows in Greek mythology, and the colored part of your eye.
And the flower, too.
Right.
I thought it might have something to do with your name, Hitomi.
Not only that, it's also from Monica's name. The kanji for Monica uses the character for love, and Monica reminds me of Monoko, Japanese for eye.
So both names have something to do with the eye.
And I, which means love, will always be a part of Iris.
Wait. Is the game not called AI but I? Damn, this branch is blowing my mind so many times. So it's I the Somnium Files instead of AI the Somnium Files? I am so confused right now. Hope someone can confirm that in the comments, but yeah. I will keep calling it the same way, but I'm beginning to think I've been naming it wrong the entire time.
So that's how you came up with the name?
Don't you think it's nice?
Iris. Iris. Yeah, I really like it.
About Monica's killer.
I don't really want to discuss this, but there's something you need to know. After talking to the Kumakura gang, I found out who killed Monica. So's son, Saito Sejima.
How? Saito was only
12 years old.
Why? Why would a little boy do that?
I don't know the motive, but I know it's true. So used his connections with the Kumakuras to cover up for his son. And all of the evidence of this scandal, of course.
I'll never forgive them. So, his son, or the Kumakuras.
I feel the same way. But you can't think about revenge now. You and the baby can't lead a life like that. Just bear with it for now. The opportunity will come. So wait until the right moment. Okay?
And so my life with Iris began. Raising a child was much harder than I expected. Waking up in the middle of the night to change diapers or feed her, Iris wasn't a good sleeper. I had to sing her lullabies to put her to sleep, and I always needed to put her to bed so carefully. It would only take 10 seconds before she'd start crying again, so I had to pick her up, sing her another lullaby, then put her back to bed. After doing this over and over, before I knew it, the morning sun would creep in through the windows. But even with all of that, I cherished every single day. My hatred for those responsible never went away. But my hands were full, raising Iris. I devoted myself to her. I never thought about anything else. Eventually, my desire for revenge just faded away.
Mama! Mama! Woof! Woof! Mama! Omelet! Omelet! Sweepy! Up? Mommy, I won race today! Is Mommy proud of me? Mommy, I want to see Milky Moon again! Mommy, you are so good at dancing! Mommy, pancakes are done! Sorry, I burned it a little. Mommy, why can't I dance at the stores? I can't help it! My body dances on its own! Mommy, don't more people come to barbecues? How come it's always you and me? Hey, Mommy. How long will it take my bone to get better? I want to dance again with everybody. Hey, Mommy! Do you like my shirt? Look, we're matching! Mommy, thank you for everything!
Her beloved memories of Iris growing up. All the way up to now. Till we learn the fact about her condition.
I love you more than anything in the whole wide world! Mommy, look! I drew it!
The Okonomiyaki War, huh?
That was so fun! We should do it again!
The food or the food fight?
Both!
I'm gonna have to say no to the latter, sweetie. It took forever to clean.
But Uncle said he wants to do it again too! Hey, Mommy.
Yes?
Are you gonna marry him?
What are you talking about?
As long as it's Uncle, I'm all for it! I say go for it!
I would always question myself. Could I keep living a lie? I had promised Monica that I would avenge her, but I couldn't work up the courage. And maybe Renju was exaggerating, but there's no statute of limitations for murder in Japan. If we showed Monica's body to the police, So would be punished by the law, and the Tsujima's and Kumakura's crimes would be uncovered. But that would mean Iris's secret would be uncovered as well. That's what I was really worried about. I didn't want Iris to know that So was her father. And even more than that, I didn't want her to know that I'm not her real mother. That's the real reason I've been silent for 18 years. I didn't want to lose Iris. But fate can be cruel. God used other means to take Iris from me. In January, Iris suddenly collapsed. It was caused by a malignant tumor in her brain. There's nothing we can do. She only has a year to live at most. That's what the doctor said. If you remember me telling you. But what I didn't tell you is that there was an experimental new treatment. It was...
Sync? Transplanting memories from one to another?
Some of the cutting-edge nanomachines can even go inside your body and cure illnesses.
Oh, so that's why she was talking about that back then.
They can even cure cancer. And they go beep, beep, beep. That's what Mom said.
Nanomachines. Nanomachines could remove the tumor, but the procedure would be so expensive. With my salary, it wasn't something I could afford.
Oh, so that's why she went to So. To confront him with the daughter he never wanted.
I thought hard about it, about how I could get my hands on that kind of money. But I couldn't think of a solution. Time passed. Before I knew it, it was November. Iris's symptoms worsened. Her time was running out. I was starting to panic. I couldn't sit here and waste time while Iris... In any case, I had to get the money before it was too late. So I thought of a plan. A plan to blackmail Sol Tsujima. Two days ago, on Saturday night, I called So and invited him to come to the warehouse. He agreed to come. After I hinted at what happened 18 years ago, I had prepared everything, hiding behind the forklift until So came. When he finally arrived, he walked over to the workbench where I had laid Monika's body. He lifted the cloth and looked down. He whimpered and stumbled back. Even he was fazed, seeing a body he thought he got rid of 18 years ago.
Or seeing a body of someone he cared for 18 years ago. You gotta imagine there had to be a reason why those two were together and Monika was happy. I think that's maybe the reason why So's son killed her, because he was jealous, maybe?
Not to mention it was the body of a woman he was in a relationship with. A woman his own son killed. He reacted exactly as I expected he would. I had prepared a recording and sent it to his phone.
I know what happened 18 years ago. Everything. I know who did it, and I know she had a baby inside her. You can probably guess what I'm going to say next. Be prepared to pay for my silence. I will tell you the exact amount later. And don't tell anyone about this. Not Saito, not the Kumakuras. If you do anything even remotely suspect, I will go to the press with the truth. Understand?
I told him to keep quiet and cut ties with the Kumakuras, even if he found out who I was. Without the Kumakura gang, he had no power over me, and there's no way he'd risk his political career, not to go after me. I saw So put his phone back into his pocket and run out of the warehouse. I came out of my hiding place to put Monika's body back, but then something unexpected happened. I saw you, Date. I hid behind the forklift before you saw me, and when you were done looking around...
It can't be. Iris.
I was losing consciousness. My head felt fuzzy. I couldn't gather my thoughts. I didn't know what to say. Instead, Aiba did the talking.
Iris is not Hitomi's daughter. But Iris's father is Sosajima. Her mother, Monika Iwai, was killed 18 years ago by So's son, Saito. However, Hitomi raised Iris since she was a baby. Hitomi showed unwavering love and compassion for her. Just as much as her biological mother would have, if not more. Iris's tumor was discovered in January of this year. The only possible treatment was experimental nanotechnology. However, that treatment is restrictively expensive. Hitomi devised a plan to blackmail Sosajima for the money. The best way to establish the blackmail was to show him proof directly. That is why Hitomi created the scene with the corpse. She was the one who called So to the warehouse. On Sunday night, what Date saw was what Hitomi had prepared for So. That is the summary of what we have learned so far. But there are some things I have yet to understand. Date, pull yourself together. Ask her questions.
Okay. After all that, a thought is beginning to arise in my mind. You know, I said last time that what if Date was Saito, So's son? I think I might have a better character for that. What if number 89 is Saito? That's why the game has refused to give us a name. But, like Falco, a name he picked for himself. Why he is an assassin? Because he likes to kill. It would fit. Would also be extremely fucked up. Of course, Saito dealing with Iris and with Hitomi. But yeah. I think it has some merit to it, but let's ask her some questions.
Date, snap out of it.
I heard Aiba call for me and I came too. The sink machine. The sinker's chair. The person sitting here does the sinking. The subject chair. The person sitting here is the subject of the sinking. Yeah, we're just going through this because we know this does not take long. Sink gear. The door to the control room. Past that door is actually another door that will take you to the 6th basement floor of the government building. Boss and Pewter are nowhere to be seen. Where did they go? Yeah, to be honest, I think they might have gone towards the other branch. Haha. Hitomi is sitting quietly. Did you tell Renju about blackmailing So?
No, I did not. All of this was my idea.
Why did Rohan remove Manaka's eye?
I'm sorry. I have no idea.
Well, we had some idea of that from another branch. In short, he was just crazy. Fucked up in the head, you know what I mean? So, continuing Sunday's events.
I probably don't have to ask, but let me just be sure. After I left the warehouse, what did you do?
I put Monika's body back onto the hood of the forklift. Then I left.
Makes sense.
That's why the police didn't see the body when they arrived on the scene. It makes perfect sense now that I have the facts.
Yeah, the only thing that does not compute for me is the fact that Aiba can detect life forms in a room. So technically, Aiba should have detected Hitomi. Because whenever we get into a room and we see nobody, Aiba straight goes to, I can sense a life form. Again, should be able to see where it is. She should have detected Hitomi being there. Even with old... Oh, no! I just realized Aiba was offline for some reason. Okay, so that actually connects. Huh. Huh. We figured that.
Iris did not resurrect. You simply mistook Monica for Iris. The body did not disappear. Hitomi moved it. Those were the events at the warehouse Sunday night. Simple.
Alright, summarize.
There are still a few loose ends, but I believe I understand what occurred 18 years ago. However, none of this ties directly back to Shoko Nadami. Her murder was just 4 days ago. Is it connected? Or are these two separate cases?
If there is a connection, it would be with Renju and So. We can think about it later.
So basically, he wants to talk to both of them. Since we don't know exactly where Renju is, he's going after So.
More importantly,
I headed for the exit.
Wait. Where are you going?
to look for Iris, of course.
But you have no idea where she is, right?
Do you know something?
Yes.
Does she know where Renju is? Or number 89? He told me standing there. How do you know? Oh, how do you know where Iris is? So you're assuming she knows where she is. Huh.
At around 4 o'clock today, I received a phone call. I don't know who it was. They were using a voice modulator.
What did they say?
I have your daughter. Don't call the police or she dies. That's why I didn't tell you earlier.
Renju.
We don't know that for certain. It could be number 89.
Either way, Iris is in danger right now.
Listen to the rest of the story.
The voice asked for something else. He told me to go to a specified location with you.
With me?
Yes.
The culprit knows me? It must be Renju. What location?
I'm sorry, but this stops now.
Date, run!
Boss!
Please, do not worry. I merely put her to sleep.
What are you doing?
My orders! They told us to halt our investigation. The boss was already going against orders as it is, which is why...
Investigation? What investigation? Shoko or Iris?
Neither. The investigation of Monika's murder.
Monica? But her case is all but completely solved.
Yes, but only to us, right? If we say nothing, then her investigation is ongoing.
So Tsujima. So threatened us, didn't he?
I don't know. But you've been stripped of your authority on this investigation. As of 5 minutes ago. In fact, you are to be placed under house arrest. What will you do, Date?
Use Aiba to calculate a way out of here.
I suggest you comply.
Aiba, can you turn the power off?
Easily.
Alright, get ready. 3, 2, 1.
Break it! Ah, don't leave the gun with him, really?
Now tell me, where is the location?
I can't tell you.
Why not?
If I told you, you'd go alone, wouldn't you? But if I don't go with you...
Alright, take me there.
I'm so intrigued. I really want to know who it is. Abandoned Factory, Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. I thought we were going to end up here. Especially with the other sync machine.
I know this place.
It's the chemical plant that closed 8 years ago.
I knew that. How did I know that? The corner of my minds were aching.
Date, I'm sorry, but this is going to be bad.
What happened?
Someone has begun to access my stored memory.
Well, that has to be Pewter, because he can control basically Aiba.
They are attempting to wipe all the data. Everything I have accumulated over the last 5 years, including backups.
Pewter. Is Pewter doing this?
Almost definitely. He does have admin rights. I summoned some ice, but that will only buy time. I have 4 hours at the most. After my ice is broken, Pewter will be able to access logic, my core programming. He would be able to destroy my mind.
Why?
It must be related to the orders they are receiving from the top. The higher-ups clearly see you as a threat, Date. They are attempting to limit your power by removing you from the equation. I suppose their motivation hardly matters now. The most important thing now is finding Iris and bringing her to Abyss within 4 hours. Or else, I will cease to exist.
So basically, we want something to hold over Pewter's head, so he stops this madness of destroying Aiba.
Date? What's wrong?
Nothing. Just...
All right, now you know. So get moving. I'm counting on you, Date.
4 hours. It's fine. That should be plenty of time. I gripped my revolver and got moving.
I'll go in first. You wait here.
Okay.
Is that...
Damn.
Renju?
I figured he would die at some point. This case remains unsolved? What? What the hell happened? I thought we needed to finish this branch so we could finish the other branch that had the case unsolved. What's happening right now? Heesh. Okay, so what does the game want me to do? Does it want me to go back to the green branch and finish that? If that's the case, this is really messy. So another locked chart. Unlocked. Okay, at least this time it's clear what the game wants us to do. But why are they switching between two branches with totally different storylines? That's really hard to keep track of. Because it makes your mind trying to fuse both things together. Oh well. Let's see what happens here. Because we can already see the picture. It's boss and a few SWAT soldiers as well. So let's begin this investigation. At least for a little bit. Tuesday, Jin IE. Police headquarters, Tuesday, 12:19 AM. And it's probably going to be a little bit of a recap of what we did last time, but since it's been a while since we did that, we're just going to approach it like we're doing this for the first time. Also, just to recap ourselves with what happened.
Guys.
Sosajima.
I remember that.
Why? Why? Boss? What's going on here? Why did Boss kill So?
Yeah, so basically what we have here is two branching paths. One, betrayal Pewter, and other one, the betrayal of Boss. So no matter which path we are going to take, we are going to be betrayed by one of our own. So, dang. Alright, so let's at least have a look around the office before we take the Aiba. A bookshelf. There's a ton of stuff in it. An electronic dart game. She has a computer on her desk. The type that has a monitor built in. Boss's desk. There are stickers all over the front. Boss's chair. The Persian rug is laid out. There's a clock off the side of her desk. The battery died on the thing, so the hands have stopped. A snowboard. A police poster. A public bath door curtain. A map on the wall. A boy band poster. A stationary bike for indoor training. It's a floaty. And that's like we have said before, the more serious the situation we are in, the less likely it is we're gonna get a funny response. A decorated Christmas tree. That's been here since the first time I went into this room. There's a lot of stuff hanging on the coat hanger. A mysterious mask is displayed on the wall. The other mysterious mask that is displayed on the wall. A soba restaurant curtain. Bags hanging on the rack. More posters. A cabinet. A large key. A matrushka. Alright. A tombstone. RIP. Which basically means rest in peace, but we all know that. There are wine bottles lined up. Shelves. A police officer mannequin. And now that Boss is not here, he's not speaking anymore. An RC car. It's a Tanuki statue. A flag with big catch on it. A pumpkin. Yeah, we're almost there, guys. A happy birthday banner decoration. Alright. I think it's time we looked at Aiba. I can see Aiba in my AI site. Boss, alibis for Shoko's murder.
Shoko was killed around 5 p.m. Friday. What was Boss doing at that time?
Unknown.
Alright, what else do we know?
What about Saturday, 8 p.m.?
The time Renju was killed? Similarly unknown.
Unknown because we just don't know, or unknown because it was deleted from her memory banks?
Iris and Ota were killed at different times. I was watching the stream on the call with Boss.
Only the first few minutes. The polar bear had not yet appeared on stream. It is possible that she made the call from somewhere off camera.
Where was Boss's phone at the time? Check her cell records.
She did not call from a mobile phone. She used a PC. Using a VPN service, she could have accessed her Abyss PC from the warehouse and made the call.
I don't believe it. Boss?
Boss is the new Cyclops killer? Shoko, Renju, Iris, Ota, So.
Yeah, it's just we need a reasoning behind it, because at this time I feel like we are missing one piece of information to connect this line at least.
Boss killed them all?
The evidence makes that a likely possibility. So also had his left eye removed, identical to Shoko, Renju, and Iris. Date, I know where the boss is. I have picked up her GPS.
Where?
In the chemical factory?
She is now at the Sagan residence, somewhere inside Hitomi's house.
Okay, interesting. Okay, the thing is, I'm still thinking that those eye removals has something to do with the prototype syncing machine, because when we used it on Iris, in the other branch, her eye was bleeding out. So I'm thinking it's maybe a result of using that machine, like, because it was a prototype, it had some flaws, and that was the flaw that was in there? Maybe. I'm just thinking about it.
What?
We don't even get a choice. He's going. Sagan Residence, Tuesday, 1:03 a.m. I drew my gun from its holster and barged into the house.
Hitomi! Hitomi!
I called for her, but there was no reply. I didn't see Boss either.
Iva, call boss's phone.
On it.
Yeah, it's in the kitchen. I heard her phone vibrating. Where is it coming from? Okay, so technically we cannot interact with anything without her phone vibrating, so let's pick it up. The sound of the vibration is louder. I am close. Well, I already saw it, so...
The boss's phone.
Oh, shit.
Kaname Date, you were under arrest for murder.
What the hell?
Drop your weapon. Comply!
Boss?
Is she gonna make me take the fall for this? She is, isn't she? Alright. You know what? I'm gonna leave it right here. Yes, I'm gonna leave it on this cliffhanger. So if you wanna see what's gonna happen here, in this situation, you know what? You just have to come back on the next episode. So I hope to see you all there then. Until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. Till next time. Bye bye.